Hey, let's build this cinematic wedding reel from start to finish using the Spotlight Effects plugin. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to create this look step by step. We'll use assets that are popular for this style of video, such as light leaks, elegant titles, camera effects, and much more. For all of this, we'll be using just this wedding collection. Here, you can find everything you'll ever need to create cinematic wedding videos. Okay, enough talking. Let's create this from scratch. I'll delete the Spotlight Effects folder so only the raw camera footage stays on our timeline. Now, first things first, we need to create an intro for our wedding reel. Let's see what we have here. I'll use this title animation, but you can choose any title you like. This title also has an ending animation, so it fades out perfectly. For the B-roll, I'll leave it as it is. There's no need to add effects everywhere, just because we can. For this wide and medium shot, we can mimic the camera style that's very popular in wedding videos. Let's go to our collection and open the guest camera section. We can use the filter to find it faster. Here, I'll choose this first camera viewfinder. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, it gives these two shots a nice nostalgic feel. The next clip is another B-roll shot, so I'll leave it as it is. Now, this wide shot is perfect for adding a quote or a vow from the bride or groom. But first, let's turn this clip black and white so the quote or vow really pops in this scene. I'll pick this black and white filter. It should be enough for this case. Looking great, but it's still a bit overexposed. So let's adjust it slightly. Open the first group and move the exposure slider a little to the left. Yeah, that's the look I wanted. Now we're ready to add a quote or vow. Again, we can use the filter and search for vows and quotes. Take a moment to explore and pick what fits best. I'll use this 3-line animation. Looking great, but I don't like this end animation. I want it to end right with the next clip, so I'll extend this item a bit and cut that animation. Now let's adjust this item a bit. We don't need this bottom text, so I'll scroll down in our editor and turn it off. I also want the text to be black so it pops more, and the background to be white so the text is clearly visible. Go to the button section and set the color to white. Now, this is starting to look really good, but I think our footage is still a bit too bright, so let me fix that really quick. To make this scene even more cinematic, we can add animated black bars. We can find them under the subcategory called Vintage Frames. I'll choose this animated CinemaScope letterbox. Let's preview the scene we've just built and see how it looks. Looking great. Now we can use these last two clips as the outro for our video. We can use our intro title from the beginning of the video or import a new one. I'll go with this new animation that has animated borders as well. Yeah, this border animation gives it a really nice outro feel, but the text isn't right, so let's change it to the couple's names. I'll just change this text real quick. Now, this item has top and bottom text that I don't want in this scene, so let's turn both off. Looking great, but we can also add a subtle backdrop so the text pops a bit more. Just go to the overlays section and increase the opacity of this black solid. Now, our wedding reel is almost done with all the elements, overlays and so on, but we can push it a little further and add transitions as well, so it's not just hard cuts, but smooth cinematic ones. For all of our transitions, I'll be using this light transitions section. I'll use this wedding flash because it's quick and eye-catching. Now let's move to the next cut. Here we're transitioning into this camera effect overlay, so I'll pick a more aggressive flash. This one looks great. Let's preview our imported transitions. I think we can leave this as it is and move to the next clip. This one has a hard cut in the middle of the viewfinder, so we can use a film burn transition to simulate a real camera effect. This one looks good. That works really well. For the final transition, we'll use another light leak transition. I'll pick this top right one. This video already looks finished, but to give it a final touch, we can add an atmospheric effect over the whole video that mimics that soft, romantic wedding style. Just go to the atmospheric effects section and pick any effect you like. I'll choose this warm, textured light leak. Now let's preview our whole video. This atmospheric light leak doesn't really work with this camera viewfinder, so I'll cut it out during this part. Just cut the overlay where the camera viewfinder starts and where it ends. Let's re-render our preview and see the final result. As you can see, we've built a fully professional wedding reel in just a few minutes. With transitions, titles and effects, everything came from this one collection made for wedding filmmakers. Alright, that's it for this one. I'll see you in the next video.